represent just a few of the thousands of movies here that are like, you don't have the camera. Yeah, you're going to want them out to take pictures, but keep an eye on them just to make sure that they don't get too wet, because there will be, you will see. So you'll want to keep an eye on those. All right, now I'm going to show you an old classic black and white film. Let's see if you can recognize this.
I have a room ready for you and Mrs. Barrison. Thank you, Warren.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrett.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very, very soon. Hello. Yes? Every bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
Okay. So that was a sit-up, baby. That can't be an old classic black and white. That's Jimmy Fallon. That was shot fairly recently. It's just showing you the inside of a soundstage. I want to show you the outside of a soundstage. If y'all look over to your left, we're passing Soundstage 12. That is home to NBC's hit singing competition, The Voice. The elephant doors are open so you can take a peek inside. And yes, that is what they call the doors to sound stages. But here's to tell you a little bit more about Carson.
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice.
Carson
I want to welcome
Daly's
you
gonna
to
tell
the
you
Universal Front lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
Was a blooper. Let's try this again. Carson Daly just spoke about stage 12. Yes, it's the largest. And inside there, they were to create some of the very largest sets. Like the Frankenstein's laboratory. The Dracula Castle. The Scarface Mansion. The Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. And many more big things shot inside of Soundstage 12. Up until recently, though, these were some of the busier sound stages because they were taken up with CSI in Stage 9, 4, and 3. CSI, starring Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue. If you were a fan of that show, you probably thought it was taking place in Las Vegas, but we never had to leave our lot here. They just had to go to our sign department and have some signs made that said this was shooting in Las Vegas. Okay, now here's the deal. They're moving something new in town right now in these sound stages. It is going to be a brand new comedy coming to NBC called Superstore, starring America Ferrera. So we're excited about that here. And then as we come around the corner, y'all are passing stage 27. Now this one right now is pretty busy. You can see all the car wagons are set out. This is home to the Mindy Project show, starring Mindy Kaling. You might know her if you were a fan of The Office. I was a huge fan, so in love with her on that. She was a regular and a writer. You can catch the Mindy Project on Hulu, even though it is an NBC Universal show. Also inside Stage 27, scenes from Snow White and the Huntsman, starring Charlize Theron. They set the Mission Control Center inside there for Apollo 13. And Kermit the Frog was inside there shooting the Muppets. But also inside Stage 27, there's a built-in water pit. And they needed to test out a certain mechanical shark some years back. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the tour. Now, you just heard me mention the Mindy Project being produced by NBC Universal. So here's what you may not realize. NBC Universal is huge. I mean, a huge media powerhouse. If you're watching the NBC channel, or E, or Sci-Fi, or USA, or Bravo, or Telemundo, or Golf Channel, or CNBC, MSNBC, Weather Channel, Oxygen, S1 Network, NBC Sports, well, those are just to name a few. Told you that was a big media powerhouse. All right, you see the little minions? Oh my goodness. Well, here's the deal. They just released that movie not long ago. I took my daughter to see it Saturday. She loved it, loved it, loved it. And actually, the reason why there was the Minions on our lot is because the Illumination Entertainment Company, the people who brought you Minions, the Despicable Me franchise, Pop, Lorax, they worked right here in our front lot. They worked out of here. Stage 44 that we pass off to the right, that was home to the show Parenthood, starring Craig T. Nelson, and also scenes from Furious 7 were shot inside there. But yeah, we are definitely going to drive past some of these pretty amazing bungalows. They're cool because they have a lot of history here on our lot. Back in the earlier days of the studios, the stars pretty much lived with the studio they were contracted with. So these were the dressing rooms to some of Hollywood's biggest stars like Lucille Ball, Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart. These days they're production offices, but hey, look at 5195 that we're passing. You recognize that silhouette? Yes, because that's of the incomparable Alfred Hitchcock, and that really was his office. Nowadays, it belongs to the De Laurentiis Company. You might have heard of them if you've heard of Dr. Hannibal Lecter. They're the ones that brought him to the big screen and the small screen. Here is a little bit more about the Hitchcock office.
You said you could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting, just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every director.
I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror. Birds? That was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo was one of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He actually, though, never brought home an Academy Award during his career, though he was nominated over 6 times. But hey, this is the part of the tour where we have entered the back lot. I love this part because this is where they shoot the really big exterior scenes. I mean, this is on a large scale. But keep in mind, most of these sets, they are just facades. That's a fancy French word meaning false front, because a lot of these don't even have a steel infrastructure to where you could even shoot on the inside if you wanted to. So they do a lot of the exterior shots. As we come around the corner here, I want to point out a certain street to you. I want you to take a look down off to your right, that street right there. That is Courthouse Square. That is where they shot Back to the Future Part 2, Escape from LA, Gremlins, Saving Mr. Banks, and the classic To Kill a Mockingbird starring Gregory Peck. As we come through here, we're passing a building that looks like yellowish brick. Keep in mind that's not real brick. It is made out of foam rubber. They call this London Square because that often passes as a parliamentary building. It was used in Austin Powers, How the Spy Shagged Me. This whole area right here was turned into the swinging 60s. Look down to your right again, you're passing Brownstone Street. That has been used in many, many films and movies. And as we're passing this street, that's actually our New York sets, although it can be any major metropolitan city. And you know what? I'm from Kentucky. I don't think I know enough about New York, and I know who does, so let's bring Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! It's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
But it doesn't have to just be New York, although it was on that street that they shot Transformers, The Amazing Spider-Man, House, NCIS. This has also been used as Chicago.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the back lot. We dropped it from a crane. you dig like that in Chicago, not a good idea.
When people ask me all of the movies I've ever done, what was the most satisfying, the most fun, I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to drive, and trained with the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a good piece of work.
Danny called John America's Guest because just you walk in anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing. We couldn't find him.
Danny went off looking for him and saw a light on in this one house and knocked on the door.
I said, sir, we're doing a movie down here. We're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago. He's sleeping. He was America's Guest. I mean, literally that.
Now, more recent years, they had to do some reconstruction, rebuilding of these sets, and they put together an amazing team. In fact, the lead consultant was none other than Steven Spielberg. So Universal's been able to work with some of the most amazing directors, and on that list is absolutely Academy Award winning Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in the edge. Kong literally does it. I mean, you're on board a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
Just a reminder that when we're in Skull Island, there is no flash photography. No flash photography. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island. That is using some of the world's most advanced technology, and it's one of the biggest 3D screens in the world. It stands at over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long. Now, Peter Jackson and his team at Weather Digital, actually, Weather Digital, you probably know them if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. They worked on that. They worked on the Hobbit trilogy. They worked on Avatar, so some pretty impressive things on their resume. The perfect people to bring us the King Kong experience.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and the T-Rex is from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know what we're looking straight ahead, we're looking at the shot we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we used to work on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera is from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
You might have noticed that the T-Rex grabbed one of our trams and it made it onto the screen. Anytime a vehicle goes onto the screen, it's called a picture vehicle. Get your cameras out, because coming up to the left, we have got some of these cars, some of which have gone on to be more famous than the people who have driven them. Look out! Okay, now these cars aren't always what they seem, though. So let's start with that Magnum PI Ferrari. Tom Selleck's a really big guy, so when he got into the Ferrari, his knees were like up to his chest. That wasn't going to work for shots. So what they did is they brought in a Volkswagen and then put a fiberglass shell to look like a Ferrari. Yes. And then also that transformer tank y'all just saw, that is just wood. It's wood and spray paint. So they didn't need to, if it's not being used for motion in the film, they don't have to worry about engines and things like that. It just has to look real. So now as we're coming through here, I'm going to take you back to like the original, like Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, because we have some of those vehicles, and even from the Part 2, The Lost World, we have some of the prop pieces, set pieces, vehicles. They keep them in case they're going to do sequels, of which we know they did in Jurassic World. So take a look over here. Off to your left, we're going to be passing the mobile lab unit. If you remember the most terrifying scene from The Lost World. In fact, I could go ahead and refresh your memory on where you've seen that. Hang on one second.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Here's your mobile lab unit. Really shot that scene? It looks like it was dangling off a cliff, off the coast of Costa Rica. But nope, they didn't have to leave our lot here. And no, that's not inside of a sound stage. What they did is they took a crane and that mobile lab unit and they drove it up to our parking garage, and that is where it's dangling off of. So when y'all go back to your cars and you're driving away, look back up and you will see like it's painted in green leaves. They did that for that shot right there. And then with help from the greens department, they filled in all the gaps no one ever knew. And then the effects department came in to make it look foggy, and they used all their fog machines, and they were able to create one of the most terrifying scenes, and they never had to leave our lot. So now as we drive through here, you've heard me mention the greens department. In fact, all of this greenery is provided by them. It's a very huge department here on our lot, believe it or not. A lot of people don't think about that, but if we don't want you to think that we're sitting in Southern California, they've got to be able to help create the illusions by bringing in the native plants to wherever they're supposedly filming. Oh no! I really thought y'all were a funny birthday after all. It started off pretty gloomy. You know what? I can actually contact our broker. We can go ahead and have a look at the weather forecast and see what's going on.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation on Skull Island, Handy Island. That's the forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on.
Good morning, you guys. Broker was right. Don't worry, we are not wasting water. Water's precious, those Californians right now. And so here's the deal. That is thousands of gallons of recycled water, and they're going to take it right back up to the top of the hill and release it on cue like they did in Big Fat Water.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Hang on, buddy, wolf!
There it is. Mexico, and we have come into 6 Points, Texas, y'all. Welcome.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot here.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now let's see you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Well, you can count on it, fella. Heck yeah.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Okay, you might be wondering why they call it 6 Points, Texas. Well, back in the day, in the earlier days of the studios, when there wasn't sound, there were not talkies, they were able to shoot up to 6 different westerns side by side on that part of our lot because there's 6 distinguishable streets that all come with their own saloon, shop, bank, to rob, whatever you need for a good old-fashioned western, they had it right there, and they could shoot 6 at the same time. As we come around here, though, look off to your left. That is the underwater tank. You can see they've got little hatches here, and they open those up on the outside to keep their cameras out here and dry, and then they put the actors down inside that tank to do underwater scenes. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you a clip just so you can get an idea of what we're talking about. It's kind of hard to tell from the outside, so take a look.
זה מחלמן.
surface for the dream sequence in Apollo 13. So they literally used just about every inch of this lot. And then off to your right, this lake here, this has got some pretty creepy history. I mean, this is the lake where the creature from the Black Lagoon crawled out. Also, Norman Bates dropped some bodies in there in Psycho. But now we are going to take you through Skull Island, but this is going to be a little bit different. You all saw the computer-generated imagery version, and that is magnificent. But for the film, they need to be able to use some of the techniques that they did all the way back in the early days of filmmaking. You are going to see Skull Island from a sea-level perspective, and this is as big as it ever got, y'all. They had to use the miniature models, the same way they did in RKO's 1930 King Kong. In fact, in that one, King Kong was just a little puppet, and he only stood at 18 inches. And look what they were able to create then. So yes, you all just experienced King Kong, but now take a look and take a picture too as we go through, because it turns out pretty cool at sea level. And you'll be surprised. But yes, they use 800 miniature models for this most recent King Kong one. And this is as big as Skull Island ever got. Now, look, there is occasionally some water that runs through on the bottom of the tram. So if you do have valuables, I would say this would be a good time to pick them up. And also, keep your arms and legs as we drive through. All right, here we go. Now we are getting ready to go into my quiet zone. Oh wow, that is fascinating. We have a little performance over there up to your left. I don't know what he's doing, but that looks awesome. There's a lot of production happening down there in our little Europe sets, which is what we're passing through. I'm going to go off the microphone, and I'll be right back with you guys.
כן, אתה מצלם את זה מהצד. אני ראיתי את זה מהצד שהטור לפנינו עבר. ואנשים בשמתי את זה. אני מפעיל וישר. אני לעשות עזרה, ראיתי את זה. כאילו משהו, צריך להגיד שתי תפוזים ומשתמש סתם כזה משהו. אני מתפלא לנו יותר, תחכים יותר מ10 שניות, אתה יודע, הכל מתפלא. אז זה עיר, האוניברסיטה זה עיר. כן, אבל זה ענק, כמו שזה משטרה ומחבר יש לכל. שם זה כאילו ברצועת כתר. זהו, השאלה אם שם גם אצל מסרטים.
Because I'm in the soundstage, so even though they're shooting the Home and Family show right next door, I'm not going to do stuff on their sound because inside of a soundstage, they're about 98% soundproof. This is a 2-level soundstage. So this is just mechanical effect. And you can see how that played out, that exact scene we just did. If you look at your screens now, it shows you the TV show Bones used that. And it's pretty convincing. Alright, we just got a green light to go into an area that has been closed off, so I'm really excited about this. We are going to get to go through Amity Island. That's pretty cool. I guess it's because they caught the big great white shark. In fact, you'll be able to see them hanging there. And they're just patrolling the waters to make sure it's safe before the residents go back out to swim today. In fact, I've got a friend. His name is George. He is out in the waters right now. They're just doing a last-minute sweep to make sure everything's just fine before they go back swimming. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh no, they clearly did not catch the great white shark. George! George Sugar! You need to get in the water! George! George has got a lot of guts being out there. Oh, and there they are. It's alright, there's a plan. They're saying that they attached bait to the yellow barrel. So we just gotta hope that it takes the bait. Come on. Take the bait. Yes. Also taking the gear. About this mechanical shark, this is a good time to do it. So yes, Jaws was released in the summer of 1975, making it a 3-year anniversary for Jaws. But okay, look, when they tested the mechanical shark in Soundstage 27, it went great. It was freshwater in a soundstage. The problem is they needed to shoot that out in the Atlantic Ocean. And on the very first day of production, that mechanical shark sank to the bottom. And then it caused all kinds of problems after that. Check it out.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited. The shark worked well enough for a while there and then things the whole time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Now, including myself, my whole life I called the shark Jaws. Actually, Steven Spielberg named Mechanical Shark Bruce after his attorney. And it's still his attorney to this day. So there you go. Now you know. All right, as we come around here, look off to your right. This is Miss Mona's Chicken Ranch from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. And then as we continue to drive around the corner here, I want y'all to look down to the left because that is what we've named Wisteria Lane after ABC's hit show Desperate Housewives, which shot down there for over 8 seasons. And, it's not, I'm sorry you guys, I gotta call that in, that's not supposed to be there. 1 second.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Hi, this is Miranda, and we just drove past Wisteria Lane, and there's like a 1970s Dodge Charger sitting right outside there.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. It's a real working studio, so we always have to keep our eyes
Studio
open.
Tour. Looks like we might have an issue.
Okay.
I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI.
Oh.
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun, but we've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw. We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto. I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he's definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him, don't be a hero. Don't engage him. Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately.
Will do.
We'll handle it from there.
Thank you, sir. All right, the FBI's got it under control, so we can get back to our tour. I am going to show you some of the most imaginative sets on our lot. This is from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
And it's charming as an eel. You're a bad banana with a greasy red pig.
This was a huge production for a lot. It took up to 11 sound stages. And also, they had to bring in about 2,000 candy canes and 9 football fields full of artificial snow just to cover the sets. But those poor little goose living back here, I think I need to be a little bit more worried about this neighbor than the Grinch. I mean, after all, he's a psycho. Take a look. We are looking at Alfred Hitchcock's Bates Motel. What is going on? Seriously, Norman Bates is here. Are you kidding me? Oh dear, I did not expect him to be here. That's not good. Oh no, he doesn't see us, so just keep... No, he sees us. He definitely sees us. You guys, no. Armando, drive. Drive us out of here. Armando, drive. Faster. We're not checking in. No, we're leaving. Oh, man, just freaky. I don't like that. I don't like that. And is he still looking at us? Yeah, he is. Because he's creepy. Of course he is. Does he hear me? No. We're not going to look at him anymore. Good day to you, sir. I say good day. All right, look up here in the second window. You might see Mother. Yeah, but we are now going to drive you through the biggest, most colossal set ever constructed. Get ready, folks. We're going to the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around vision and storytelling. And again, to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see. You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. That's okay. Now I want you to close your eyes, okay? Just got them closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
That's an impressive set. Absolutely. Steven Spielberg.
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. You guys need to turn that vehicle around and head back to passenger unloading immediately.
Oh, I guess.
Sweet moonwalking Moses! That's a terrible idea.
What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they'll come. He'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you stink guys stepping in. Just whatever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't you dare!
Oh, hey, you guys, please don't put me in the middle of this. I am just a tour guide.
Okay. I'm gonna make this really easy for you.
Okay.
Who do you trust more? Me? Or Mrs. Puskit's here?
Good point.
Good point. Do not.
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. Taking care of business. Outside.
Wow. I cannot believe they're going to hide us out in here. This is a pretty well-known street racer party hangout, actually. But as you heard Agent Hobbs say, we're just going to hide out until it's safe, and then we'll get you right back out on the tram route. I know y'all didn't sign up for this. Everything is going to be fine. Man, I've never seen a tow truck like that before.
Hey, yo! They just got here. All right, I got it. But listen, hello, beautiful people, particularly you right there missing the third row. How you doing? You good? My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs acts as a statue of Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in that third row, like I was saying. So look, see over there? It's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. But that work of art back over there was made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels. Extra fly.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman, one. All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
So like I was saying, the third row, right?
Well, I can hear the music, and I'm pretty sure that sounded like an invitation to the party. Hello? You open the door? Yeah, there we go.
Neil?
On the ground, do it now.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm like...
On the ground, right now!
Ladies, just back up a little bit. We got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sure, trace this. I just can't hold it forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. I'm on the lease, all warmed up, right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
You don't want Sean to know where we are. It does not sound good out here.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Come to the left. That thing is moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up. Now we're moving.
You get the witness to it or you call it a day! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Go into the...
Way to go, Letty. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got you. Why don't you head to the bridge? Under construction. It's an entrance. Ride, die.
You just survived the most outrageous car chase of all time with that Fast and Furious Supercharged. All right, folks, give it up for Supercharged!
Hell of a job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume.
You know, it's crazy out there. You gotta drive hard. Respect.
You know, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
All right, you just experienced our grand finale. That means we are nearing the end of our tour. We had a great time, didn't we? Yes. Okay, so I guess we could thank Dom and his crew for getting us back safely. But we can thank King John. He rescued us from the jaws of the T-Rex. Jimmy Fallon, he supplied glass today. Our driver, Armando. Thank you so much. And Armando and me and everybody here at NBC Universal, we want to thank you for taking the world-famous studio tour. But your behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience, Don't end it with us. Go have some more Hollywood experiences by catching the #1 rated show, Waterworld, a live SeaWorld spectacular. So it uses some of Hollywood's top stunt performers. It's awesome, and I'm not just saying that. I really, really love that show. Go check it out. You'll have plenty of time. The park doesn't close until 10 o'clock tonight, so you're doing great. And if you're a pass holder, shout out. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're not and you want to be, you can take today's ticket to the Universal box office and see about upgrading it. You're going to want to come back and do Fast and Furious again and see King Kong, and our routes change every day. If you have questions for me, I'll stand outside of our tram tour, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And hey, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. And as they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. Bye-bye, folks. Bye. Thank you.